Let's go, Kentucky. Kentucky. Appreciate it. Let's go, man. Going against the old home team. Okay. Let's get it together, fellas.
Let's get it together. We know they're going to be a tough opponent.
Today, a game that makes this sport what it is, a rivalry game. For many schools and fans, as days like today, they can set your feelings about your school allegiance and provide a sense of accomplishment or dread for a very long time. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see,
It feels good being back in Kentucky, baby. We on the other side, though.
Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So Vanderbilt's offense will start this game off with the football. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like
All right,
this,
fellas, we're on the 4 games down in the series.
Under control.
No doubt.
You ain't guaranteed to be here to catch it, but
the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollock.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Hand off from the shotgun. Not much doing
I had a line. My bad, fellas. My bad.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Snags it over the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to... There he goes! Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Commodores are rolling down the field. Here comes the option. Quick toss. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him, and a nice gain offensively here. And this is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option attack.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Converts on 4th down, still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for
Move,
this
boogeyman.
offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Commodores with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air, it's Van Buren. Quickly complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Roberts. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The give on the option.
Let's go.
Vanderbilt. Great job by the back on the option.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Oh, damn, y'all running no huddle?
Scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Escape. They get enough rush.
Let's go.
Pays off the sack at the 20.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on 3rd down.
Looks it in at the 40. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw. It's Van Buren. Dumps it off in the flats. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Split backs here. They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Looking downfield on first down. They've got no sirree.
We knew that was coming.
The defense was there and ready for that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Might be changing the route. Going to swing it on second down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And
Good throw, quarterback.
Tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. That's it for the period, and it's Vanderbilt holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll go to the ground. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Going with the ground game left. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Man, a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Motion from the back. To throw, it's Van Buren. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw it a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Commodores.
Let's go.
That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Tulane is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Sean King, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Memphis. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys turning it off.
Oh, he gone. Give me the safety.
He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. Motion from the wideout. They'll run it on 1st and goal.
There you go, Seabrook.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got out of trouble and throws. Firing to the right, complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. Trying to margin. This time he does.
There we go. He might miss the field goal, fellas. He might miss it.
And they'll send out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Had to settle for the field goal. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They'll give it to the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
They give it to him again. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Leaves it with the back.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Quickly to the tight end.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. He's got the back in the middle. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
Across the 50.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll go to the sneak. And the Commodores will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll try the run.
Come on, 53.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. He is stopped.
Nigga didn't block nobody.
They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Commodores send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's
Bro,
no time to be concerned.
come on with the bullshit.
I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like,
How this nigga run into his own man, bro? Get your ass out the way, linebacker. What are you doing?
we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
They get the ball at half, fellas.
This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going in.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Patterson. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that.
Good half, fellas. Good half.
In the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here.
Go take a piss.
And the Commodores will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his leg legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Running back searching for a hole. Hard running there. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Kentucky right back to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw. It's Van Buren. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard it.
And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he has one of those matchup problems. The linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Commodores will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They'll run it out of the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Now the play fake. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Going over the top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking. Something's a little bit off, and I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this zone to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Quarterback making checks. Back to pass, it's Van Buren. Release to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Savage. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Commodores will call on their punt team. They boot it away on 4th down. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Catch in the middle. It's smart. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Kentucky going quickly. Gives it on the option. Fighting off the defender. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They've punted the last 3 times.
Defense, we need at least 3 out of this.
Needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying
I knew it.
Trying to stay on the field.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 3rd and short now from their own 48. To the air, it's Van Buren. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Okay, M Count, I see you up there. Number 3 in the land.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it.
He gonna fuck the pass up, so.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down.
Okay, we'll take
And he
that.
just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Doors! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
Offense in an empty set. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Wildcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. There he goes. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the... ...33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
With the catch, it's Washington. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
There you go, see, bro.
Down back at the 43.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. That's reeled in. It's Washington. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. That score could have put them within realistic striking distance, but the penalty turns things around, and they'll have to go back to work. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw. Trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
They're working that left side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. He's
good pick.
And he's thrown a dozen of them. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Let's go, Vandy. They don't want to put us in the top 25 for some reason. Let's just keep fighting.
Trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Great work to make the play in the backfield, and it puts them right back where they started this series. It's 3rd and 10.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Dropping back, it's Van Buren. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Grab near the sticks. It's Washington. He's loose. Touchdown, Kentucky! Once he got some room, it was over.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch.
All right, fellas, you know they're going to give him the onside.
That's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They want that clock to run. Turning it on! He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Commodores have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll go right back to it.
Let's go, Duval. You just got to wait on your turn.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Defense
Don't transfer. Your moment coming.
Trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. That last one leaves him 8 yards away from pay dirt. It's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
3rd and goal, the offense still trying to run the football here. And how about the individual effort up front by this defender? Getting penetration, now setting up 4th man.
Right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
They've been talking about this one all week inside the MAC, guys. Let's give you a quick recap of how it went down. Western Michigan was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Broncos performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the MAC, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Barton. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, this offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Running to Green. Breaks into the open. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. They convert the fourth down, but back to the line with no time to waste. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Now facing a third and long.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
Let's go.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge
Let's
win.
go.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can
Let's
talk
go,
about
fellas.
how you went out.
Trying to earn a job to pull that Lane Kiffin card. God damn, boy, we must be way down here. Yeah, I sure is. V-Tech got the #1 defense. God damn, Vandy.